All right, so today we're going to be discussing two methods of how to pick your niche and land your first marketing agency client without reviews. Let's dive right in. A lot of people say, yeah, you should leverage your network. You should, talk to people in your network to see if maybe somebody can help you out with this, that, or the other. The problem is that is not a systematic approach. That is just saying, maybe somebody can help you. However, what I've found is that your network really is your net worth. And instead of saying we're going to cold email a bunch of dry cleaners and spray and pray and hope that somebody responds to us, even though they've never heard of us, even though they've never, seen anything from us, and hope that somebody just decides to sign up and then we have all these SaaS clients and everything else, it's really not the way to start. The way to start is with your network, and I'm going to show you the systematic approach that we take in order to uncover the hidden gems within our network. So I'm going to show you, so I'm going to jump over to the tab that says Network Effect. On this tab, you'll see, we write down every single, okay, so this is where we're going to start, is our messages, our text messages. So I'm going to jump over to my text here, and I'm going to show you that basically I started at the very, very top, and I went all the way down 6 months prior. I think my iMessages is set up on at least on my iMac to go all the way 6 months prior. And what I found was that a lot of these people, even though I hadn't thought that they had anything to do with local service businesses or anything to do with what I was doing with GoHighLevel, I found some real diamonds in the rough, or some gems within those names. And what it took was, okay, wow, maybe this guy is, because people are connected to local service providers, for instance. I mean, homeowners know, electricians, plumbers, roofers, etc. So even if you think of it like that, we've got so many people that can be intimately connected to the types of people that you're looking for. And what I found was, number one, I found a friend who, and I hadn't, of course it made sense to me in hindsight, but I hadn't thought of him in this capacity. But one of my friends is connected to this giant real estate office on the East Coast. And I talked to him, and then I got an intro to this entire office and started landing clients that way. And then another one was my cousin, who has a Facebook page, who is connected to hundreds of local service businesses in his area, that we then started to systematically reach out to one by one in a deal I worked out with my cousin. And the point here is not that my network is huge and vast and I have all these people that are connected to big ballers and you're never going to succeed because you're not like me. The point actually here is that we have to dig through, systematically record every single name on that list and identify them as a possible lead or a connection to bring us to those leads. So it's very important that you actually walk through this exercise where, and actually on this sheet, I have, is it a possible lead? Yes. Have I reached out? No. And then here's, is it an opportunity? And if I say yes, then it conditionally formats to turn green. So now if it's green, I move this opportunity to GoHighLevel and I put it in the pipeline. And then I keep following up. So one of the things that we preach and one of the things that we know to be true is that persistence and patience pays. So this first piece here was just that I wanted to introduce you to the network effect because, and we can't gloss it over. We can't say that, oh yeah, maybe somebody in your network might help. The truth is there are people in your network that you're not thinking about that can help you get your agency off the ground. So the first thing we want to do, this is within your GoHighLevel dashboard. We're in the agency view, and then this is the prospecting tab here. But before we do that, we got to figure out kind of what we're looking for and where. And for this example, what I've done is, and I've actually done some outreach and had some success in this niche in this city. But I want to show you just a generic search you can do with any niche that you so desire. So roofing San Diego was what I put in. And as you go down to these businesses, where I like to find prospects is actually by looking at page 2 and 3 of Google Maps for that specific keyword. So I jump down. These are all page 1. They're all doing quite well in terms of reviews and their marketing. So then I want to jump over to page 2. And you can see here, like tag roofing and construction, not very good, 3.9. They've been in business for 35 plus years. They only have 20 reviews. So these guys, not only do they need help with the quantity of reviews, but also the quality of reviews, which, if you've been watching these videos and you've been following along with what GoHighLevel can offer, this is something that we can do, and we can do it very well for them. So, so there's that. There's also, just a number of different other options here. You can just pick one of these and then plug them into your, Alta is actually the one that I've spoken with and reached out to. But, let's pick an example, Nolanco Roofing. Let's see if we can pull them up here. So in the prospecting tool, Nolanco Roofing. All right, look, we already know that about their ratings. We pick here, we save the prospect. Very simple, straightforward. And then now we're generating a marketing audit report that we're going to use when we reach out to this prospect. So how do we reach out to them? What do we do? Well, we, as I talked about, this is the Bobby Builder GoHighLevel agency launch checklist spreadsheet. So this is where we're checking down every single thing systematically to get our agency launched. Well, one of the tabs here is today's outreach. So we make sure, and actually here, client outreach checklist. So for this client on this tab, did we follow them on Facebook? Did we follow them on Instagram? Did we follow on Twitter? Did we DM on at least one platform? You can see this as we're checking through this list that this is building. So, and we're tracking our progress with this down below. I thought this is the same thing we have on tab 1 with the overall agency launch checklist, but I thought that this is just, for me at least, it's super helpful to see my progress and to watch it grow and to make sure that I'm doing everything on this checklist in order to get a response out of this client. For this one, an opportunity here is that it looks like they may not have even claimed their Google business profile. So this is huge. So in your outreach message and messages, this is something that you want to help them with. You want to help them claim their Google business profile, and you want to help them get more reviews and more positive reviews. And I mean, they're not, this is where we can plug into the listing service and get them listed on a number of different platforms and listing sites. We've got, these reviews. So this is a very powerful audit report that you can share with the link, or you can export the PDF. And so that's how you use the prospecting tool to generate a report that you can then reach out to anybody that you want to very quickly and easily. So the goal here would be that you do this. And again, you can have these scripts, you can have this checklist, you can have this progress tracker, as long as you sign up using our link to GoHighLevel. And yeah, it's all yours. So, and again, we'll support you along the way. And so, yeah, today's outreach, once you get this, you can do these reports and you can send 20 of these a day. I mean, it's really not that hard. I mean, if you devote 1 hour a day, which isn't much, you should be really doing a lot more than that at the very beginning. And that's why I have here, level up is, doing a lot more. It's just, you can be the master of your own destiny. I mean, how badly do you want this? You got to put in the work if you want it. And so I say here, once you feel confident about your approach and your ability to sell your offer, move the numbers up. Your currency is appointments booked. The more appointments booked, then the more success you're going to have. The more pitches, ultimately the more sales in the end. And not every pitch is going to result in a sale, but you need to be pitching constantly. And the way you start that is, I would argue, I think this prospecting tool is the best way to open the door, because you can pitch it as a free audit report that you've generated for them as a value add. And the law of reciprocity suggests that people will return the favor. And I found that to be true. So you give them a favor and then they return the favor either by saying, we're not interested at this time. But I found that this increases the response rate from people, because it is that law of reciprocity. It is giving something for free. And at least they'll say, not at this time, or I've taken this into account, or I'm going to take it to my team. But either way, this really does open the door on your cold outreach. Now, I still maintain, and I'm saying this, is that the network effect is your best approach for your first several clients. And I, covered the systematic way to get there. But basically, this is another very powerful way without reviews to get new clients. And this is the cold approach, to where the other network effect is the warm approach. So any questions or comments, please let me know down below. And would love it if you could subscribe to the channel. That would mean a lot to me. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I wish you all the best. Take care.